Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Meb here, back again to bring you a new video of Battlefield 4. Me just playing some multiplayer, just messing around, having fun with the game, even though the problems still exist in the game. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about Nintendo. The reason why I want to talk about Nintendo is because there's been something that's been bugging me. I've been seeing a lot of videos about Nintendo, recently about their whole situation about the Wii U, how it's a flop, how it's not selling well, and yada yada yada. And I just want to give my 2 cents on the situation. Basically, if you guys don't know, the Wii U is the next gen console, supposedly, for Nintendo. It came out in 2012. A lot of people thought it was going to be a system seller like the Wii, because when the Wii came out, it hit store shelves and it left store shelves immediately. I mean, it was a hot item, because not only were Nintendo fans were getting the console, but also casual gamers were getting it because of an easy pick up and play game. They didn't have a very complex controller. It had a somewhat responsive motion control kind of a sense, thing like that. A lot of hardcore gamers were turned off by it, and they were playing other gaming consoles like PC games, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360. Now, Nintendo wanted to get their hardcore fans back on their side, which is obviously, what any game company wants. They want to, get, because the hardcore gamer is always going to stay there. The casual gamers will just pick up a game. Well, they'll buy one game and they won't beat that for like 3 years or something. They'll pick it up for 20 minutes or whatever, put it down, maybe play it again another 4 or 5 months and stuff like that, while the sequel might be out already or some shit. But anyway, other gamers are playing other consoles. So when they announced the Wii U, they initially marketed it for everybody. Like, this was the console to play for casual and hardcore gamers, and it was gonna bridge the gap between casual and hardcore gamers. But here's my problem, is that the console, to me, it was marketed very poorly, because I didn't see any advertisements for it, and there was a short amount of window where you can reserve the console. I believe I got an email from GameStop saying you can reserve the console between the hours of 12 and 4 or something like that. And I was like, what? That's really weird. He's like, yeah, Nintendo just released that statement and stuff like that. They were really hush-hush about the Wii U and stuff. And then when the Wii U came out, initially it was good. It was cool. But then, like, as time went on, like, no games really came out for it. And, I'm talking about, like, first-party games and third-party games. And it really sucks because, when your console comes out and you have no games to play for it, you have nothing, a system seller for it, like, why should I purchase the console? That's a lot of what gamers were saying. Or when gamers did purchase it, like, damn, man, it's just collecting dust. There's nothing else to do here. So I believe that Nintendo really messed up, advertising-wise, because they really didn't push this console to people saying, hey man, this is the next gen Nintendo system, you gotta play this, look at this, look at the graphics, look at the games that we have, look at this, look at that, yada yada yada. Now, because of that, I believe a lot of people were turned off, because a lot of people thought it was like a kiddie console, or it was like maybe an upscale version of the Wii. A lot of people didn't know it was a new, brand new console, so it wasn't marketed very well. Now, not only that was a huge issue, but like I said before, a lot of games that weren't out for it. The only games that were really out for it was the Super Mario Brothers Wii U, and like then the year after that, and a couple more games came out. But like, honestly, the ones I can really think of that were really popular at the time, or that's really first-party titles for Nintendo, was the Legend of Zelda, the HD remake of the Wind Waker, Super Mario Land 3D World, and Pikmin 3. And there was another game, the Wonderful 101. That's actually a really good, fun game. But other than that, like, there was a few, like, niche titles and stuff like that. Like, casual stuff, like party games and stuff like that. And I feel like Nintendo doing the same thing what they did with the Wii, is that they had a super library of games, but they were, like, kid games, or, like, entertainment games for casual people, not much for the hardcore. Now, a lot of people are saying that when Smash Brothers come out, everybody's going to purchase a Wii U. Yes, but I don't think that will be a system seller. And the reason why is because from what I'm seeing so far in the Smash Brothers series, don't get me wrong, I mean, I can be wrong about it, but I feel that it might do something that might distance its fan base. like it may not have a huge roster, or it may not implement certain gameplay mechanics they didn't like in the previous iterations, or they may add a new gameplay mechanic that people don't like and turns people off from playing the game. So it's a whole lot of what if scenarios. And also what this also might be a killer is I was talking to my friend, he was talking about, hey, he wants to play Smash Bros. So you get a Wii U. He was like, nah, I'm just gonna get a 3DS. He said or 2DS. He said it'd be easier for me, I could still have the same experience but just on a smaller on a handheld. And I was like, wow. And after I kept talking about it, a lot of people, they were like, yeah, I'm going to get a 2DS just to play Smash Bros. So it seems like what they're doing is they're purchasing the 2DS or the 3DS to play the game, which is fine. But I mean, personally, me, if I wanted to play the better or the bigger experience, I would have played it on the Wii U. I know why I bought a Wii U is because of the Zelda games and the Mario games. They're the first party titles that I love to play, and I can only get that on the Wii U. And the last thing is that they don't have third-party support, and that is a huge problem, because you can play the, I guess you could say, the definitive version, or the best version on the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4, but the Wii U might have the lackluster version, or something 5-on-5 instead of 6-on-6. So a lot of third-party developers don't want to designed for the Wii U because they feel that it's not a next-gen console. So why should they waste their time and effort and money and resources into a console that's not even selling? So a lot of people that promised they were going to go to the Wii U and help develop these games, they kind of realized, no, because the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 is a lot better and easier to design for. And another thing is that whole controller thing, which is cool, by the way, but for both hardcore and casual, I can see how it can both work out. How they can work out both versions of it, for the casual people and the hardcore people. But I feel that game developers can't design a good control system for that controller because it's too damn big, and they don't know how to implement certain things into the game. So because of that, a lot of people get turned off. I believe EA and Activision Publishing came out saying, the Wii U is a last-gen console, which I'm talking about the 360, PlayStation 3, and the Wii U. And they're trying to play catch-up with the consoles, and they're not really catching up. So we're just going to leave the Wii U and Nintendo behind and work on the other consoles, which is sad. And I think Nintendo needs to put their foot down and get some contracts going and saying, listen, we need you to develop these games for us, and we need it now. Now, Nintendo is really smart in certain situations, as they have the rights to Bayonetta 2 and Sonic. See, now they're getting IP, so now you can only experience that on the Wii U. A lot of people are upset about that, but this is how the world is, and this is how business works. You take whatever you can, so you can sell your product. Now, for the whole Bayonetta situation, I believe the guy wanted to make Bayonetta 2, but a lot of developers no, or publishers no, Bayonetta 1 didn't sell well, so we're not going to do it. And he was going to close the door and turn and say, hey, work for us, we'll do it. And they did, which is nice of Nintendo, but it was a smart move on their choice, because a lot of people did like Bayonetta. But another shocker is that a lot of people saying Nintendo should fire their management, or half their management should go. That is a 50-50 kind of a thing on me, because firing all your staff and getting new blood in there automatically, it could it can set yourself up for failure, and it also can set yourself up for success. I believe there should be a medium balance. You should have some of the old people there, but you should also have some new blood. So you get some new ideas, get some new marketing strategies, get some games out and things like that. But at the end of the day, the old staff is still staying there. The CEO, Iwata, said it himself that in the short-term, management is not changing, but in the long-term, management will change. Now, with that being said, he also took a 50% pay cut in his check, because I believe they were going to fire a lot of staff members, and he said, no, this is my fault. I messed up. The Wii U didn't sell well. I pushed it to the best of my abilities, and I failed. And he took a 50% pay cut. A lot of people think that was a really nice gesture and stuff, and don't get me wrong, that is really nice, because obviously a lot of people, it's very hard to come by to get jobs and things like that, and a lot of people getting fired from game development studios and stuff like that. But at the same time, is that really going to change anything? Is he going to say, hey, I got to work harder now to get my money back? What do I do? But, I mean, I have a lot of faith in Nintendo, and a lot of people say Nintendo's going to be the new Sega, but I highly doubt that because, I mean, Nintendo is near and dear to my heart. I may be a little biased towards it, but I do have faith in it because I don't want to see this company fall and crumble to the ground. I want them to succeed. I want them to continue making these good games for their system and their consoles. Because honestly, without Nintendo, a lot of the games that we play to this day wouldn't exist because a lot of people looked at Nintendo games and said, I want to create something just like this or have a similar experience, and they did, and that's why we have so many different varieties of games nowadays. But I do believe Nintendo did escalate this gaming industry and escalated it to what it is today, and I really hope Nintendo does fix all their issues and their problems. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on the whole Nintendo situation. Thank you guys for listening. Any thoughts, comments, any concerns or whatnot, just leave a comment down there. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. I'm definitely going to show you some more doing these videos, guys. All right, Meb is out. Deuces.